This is the Good Neighbor Podcast, the place where local businesses and neighbors come together. Here's your host, Rachel Fife.
Welcome to the Good Neighbor Podcast. Now, are you looking for interior design services to help with a custom home build, renovation, or even a full-scale furnishings project? Well, that resource may be closer than you think. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing your good neighbor, Terri Brien, with Brien Interior Designs. Terri, how's it going?
It's going great. Thank you so much, Rachel. Excited to have this conversation.
Well, we're excited to learn about your business. So tell us about your company.
Well, Terri Brien Interiors is a full-service boutique interior design firm based in San Clemente. We design elevated, livable spaces that reflect how our clients truly want to live. Every home we design is deeply personal. We don't do cookie cutter. We take on renovations, new builds, like you mentioned, and multi-room furniture and styling projects. Our mission is really to design homes for our clients that are not only beautiful, but functional for the way our clients live, because everybody, has their own unique needs.
Wonderful. How did you get into this business?
So, unlike a lot of designers in this business, I'm a little odd man out. So many like it's a second career or something, but my love of design, it sounds so weird, started somewhere around like age 10. I used to watch old Hollywood movies with my grandmother, and I fell in love with the set design. Fast forward to like seventh grade, I had the opportunity to take an elective. It was Introduction to Interior Design. Took it, loved it. So after high school, I started taking design classes, and then I landed a job in the studio of a residential builder. I worked my way up from design assistant to designer and then managing a team of designers before going out on my own and starting my own business.
Wonderful. Well, what do you think are some myths or misconceptions in your industry?
The designers just make things pretty. Of course, like that's the main goal, right? Is to create a beautiful design. But it's also about a good design should elevate the way somebody lives, increased functionality for them, elevate their daily lives. So things like, you know, having a kitchen that's not only beautiful, but helps with your daily routines. A home we did last year, the family's routine, their cupboards were cluttered, they didn't have good storage, things didn't fit. They were housing some things in the garage because the cabinets didn't fit all of their appliances because they loved to cook and had lots of countertop appliances. We designed an appliance garage that housed their Vitamix, which I can tell you is 17 inches high, so they're big, didn't fit. And we put outlets in there so they could plug them in, keep it closed so that the home didn't look cluttered. They had toast every morning, made smoothies and coffee. And so underneath that, we incorporated a craft ice maker, a mini freezer, drawer freezers. And that way they had everything they needed in one spot for their morning routines, no hauling things out of the garage. And it was beautiful too.
Wonderful. Well, we know marketing is really the heart of every business. So I'm curious, who are your target customers and how are you attracting them?
So our target clients are those who value thoughtful design, want their homes not only to be beautiful, but functional. Typically busy professionals that really value working with an expert and kind of letting us lead the way on that. It's hard to turn over control for something so personal as a home. And of course, we work with them to try to understand. That's a big part of our onboarding process is understanding what will make their lives easier. And so it's people who value that. They're also kind of I hate to say, like, we know in this market, renovations are pretty expensive. So people that are in the position to pay for those types of services, and just value good design. So those are our ideal clients. How we reach them is, well, we recently had a 6-page spread in a magazine, national published magazine, Cottages and Bungalows, as well as the back page. So that was actually a project where, I mean, it's a beautiful, beautiful design. And the one I was just mentioning, it was designed around their lifestyle. So that's always, great kind of advertising, getting our name out there. I also serve as an expert for a number of writers with shelter magazines. We've been in 80 Pro, The Spruce, Apartment Therapy, Real Simple, Better Homes and Gardens. We just had a feature in Homes and Gardens. So working as an expert with those types of magazines are great. Way to get our name out there. I also belong to like the San Clemente Chamber of Commerce, Ladera Ranch Chamber of Commerce. I'm on the San Clemente Home Tour Committee. I do all the things. It's crazy. Some people are like, "Oh my gosh, girl, how do you have so much time?" I'm on the board for Interior Design Society in Orange County in Los Angeles, and I'm a member of the NKBA, National Kitchen and Bath Association. So it's a lot of work, but I really do love what I do, and I love helping others.
Have you ever thought of doing your own podcast?
It has crossed my mind, but I do know how much work it's going, how much work goes into it. I've been on a few other podcasts, and I really do enjoy sharing my 20 plus years of knowledge. But like I said, I'm serving on a number of boards and committees. So right now, maybe in the future.
Okay. Well, outside of work, what do you like to do for fun?
So I'm a big foodie. If anybody follows my Instagram, they'll see that I even have posts wherever so I love travel too. So, whenever I have the opportunity to visit like restaurants like that have good food and coupled with great design, especially, I'm such a sucker for that. So love trying out new restaurants. And then, like I said, travel. It's not just like, I mean, it's like kind of pleasure and business, just because, like, I think if you're an interior designer, we do it because we love it, and getting inspiration just fills our cups. And so I love exploring, different countries and different ways of life and architecture. So that fills me up. And then locally, my husband and I like to take our little Frenchie out on walks to the San Clemente Beach Trail.
Wonderful. Well, Terri, please tell our listeners one thing they should remember about Terri Brien Interiors.
One thing, just that we are truly about creating homes and spaces that feel as good as they look. Beautiful design, you can go to a lot of different designers for that. But I've walked into a number of homes, even from some like well-known designers that, and they're reaching out to me for a reason. And walking through the home, I can see how their lifestyle was overlooked. And that's something that, again, I spend a lot of time really digging into somebody's lifestyle. If they have young children, don't put a vintage fabric on an ottoman. The kids, I've seen it, are going to tear it up. It's going to get stained. Also, like, everybody loves white oak. And unsealed white oak is very unforgiving. I've seen custom tables and coffee tables that have little fingerprints and oil stains and things on them. So we really design spaces that work as hard as they are beautiful. And so that's one thing I'd really like people to know about us and remember about us.
Wonderful. Well, how can our listeners learn more about Terri Brien Interiors?
Our website, pretty easy, www.terribrieninteriors. We do a monthly blog post about everything from kitchen renovations, bathroom renovations. What does it look like to work with an interior designer? What to look for in a good contractor. I love writing blog posts. So there's a lot of good content in there. And then our Instagram handle is, and I had to make it complicated, Terri.Brien.interiors for Instagram. And so those are some great places. And on our website, if they want to schedule a complimentary 15-minute discovery call with me, they can book it right straight from the website.
Wonderful. Well, Terri, I really appreciate you being on the show, and we wish you and your business really the best moving forward.
Thank you so much. Really appreciate you. Thank you for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you for listening to the Good Neighbor Podcast. To nominate your favorite local businesses to be featured on the show, go to gnporangecounty.com. That's gnporangecounty.com or call 714-941-8862.